said it gets better with time, but whoever said that was lying. Again and again I done cried. Feel like I never be fine. Yeah, I miss you, dog. Miss you, dog. Miss you, dog. Yeah, I miss you, dog. Miss you, dog. Miss you, dog. Miss you, dog. So I keep my head to the sky. Look up to heaven to
Can you
find.
introduce yourself?
Where have you been all this
What's
time?
your story?
All I know is you been on my mind. Yeah, I miss you, dog.
I am Jayson with a Y. Jayson LRX, JaysonLRX, whatever you want to call me, man of many names. I guess we can start my story with the Y.
Wait, hold on. Before we even do that,
Okay.
I got a quote of the day. May the optimism of tomorrow be your foundation for today. What does that mean to you?
Optimism of tomorrow be the foundation for today. That means...
Does that resonate?
Oh, for sure. 1,000%. That is basically the opposite of what we all search for with that instant gratification. Delayed gratification, I guess. It's really just a matter of like, don't sacrifice what you have right now, or don't stress too much on what you have right now, because tomorrow it could be like, you don't know what happens tomorrow. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming your way. So like, it might be tomorrow could be the best day of your entire life. And in any of those moments that you've ever had where it was something life-changing, the majority of those times, the day before, you were living your life regular. You had no idea that those things was going to happen. It's just, God will just put something in front of you and then boom, things change. So if you live in that, if you live in the hopes of that, if you live in the frequency that that provides, that opens you up for those things to make their way into your perspective and your perception, because they're always going to exist around you, but your ability to see it depends on which eyes you're using. So if you're looking with the optimism of tomorrow, it's going to make today look a lot better. Sometimes today is gray. Sometimes today is worrisome and scary. But that's how you can get to tomorrow, is just by saying that, yo, I don't know, tomorrow might just be way better than today. And that's what I tell myself, even to take it a step further than tomorrow. Is like, shit, what time is it? No matter what time it is on the clock, there's still some extra time for your day to change, for it to become the best day of your life. You never know what's going to happen. You could get a call at 11:59 saying, yo, we just won the lotto. So that's what I take.
Okay. Quick question. To you, is fear stronger than love?
No. If you let it be. It can be. It depends on what muscle are you working. If you're working out your fear muscle every day, then yes, your fear is going to be stronger than your love. If you're working out your love muscles every day, then yes, it's going to be easier. Yeah, it's going to be easier. You're going to be able. You know what's crazy is when you're in one, the other one is like recognizable, but like when you're in the fear, the love, you recognize it as fear. I've noticed that. It's like when you put love on people who are not ready, who are living in their fear, they'll find a way to spin it as if it's not genuine, or if it's not, or not accepted or something. And also, inversely, when you're in your love frequency, you can spot people who are in their fear and be like, oh, let me leave that over there. Let me make sure I don't take that on, because they will negate each other.
That come from traumatic experiences, though, you think?
The fear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either traumatic experiences that you've experienced or traumatic experiences that somebody else has experienced, and they put those fears into you.
Cool. So, introduce yourself. See where you're from, where you grew up, how you were brought up, what we should know.
Well, like I said before, Buddha. Jayson with a Y. And the reason why my pop is JC, so I'm Jayson. From 518, claim the whole area code, like the whole thing, because I've literally been moving around since I was a kid. I was born in Cooperstown, and then I've lived all over. Yeah,
Cooperstown?
Yep. Yeah. Hell yeah. And
how long?
I lived there for the first 3 years of my life.
3 years.
And we moved to Cooperstown.
Yeah, you.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was everywhere. Cooperstown.
That's where a lot of racism's at.
Definitely.
That's the story.
No, I was actually I was a baby. If there was any racism in my experience, then I didn't, you know what I mean? But I know my pops and my mom, I've heard the stories about the stuff they've experienced during those times, and it was definitely crazy. But yeah, but then from there, I lived in Latham, Waterville, Albany, Troy, Schenectady, Amsterdam, Johnstown, Fultonville, Cohoes, Lansingburg. Like I could keep going.
Everywhere.
I could keep. So yeah, 518, the whole thing. That's what I rep. But my heart is in Menands, though, as you know. That's where we came up.
Menands.
And bro, that's when I really like
Murder Menands.
found me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, how'd you start going? Is when we met
Yo,
in junior high?
you.
Then we brought you.
Yeah, it was you and Drew. Dead ass.
But you didn't go there before 7th grade?
Never. Nope. I met y'all. We went down there. I got on the Yankees with y'all. We started hitting them home runs and shit. But yeah, that was pretty much where I found me. That was when JaysonLRX was created. You know what I mean? Like all of that, everything you're seeing today.
So what made you start writing?
Start writing.
Like when were you like, let me get a piece of paper and write something?
I had a crush.
Do you have like a specific moment?
Yeah, I had a crush.
Okay.
I had a crush on, I'm not going to say her name, but you know. I'm not going to say her name.
Do I know her?
Yeah, it was when we went to school there.
They're from Menands?
No.
No?
No, not one of the Menands crew.
Oh. They're from
Shaker. From Shaker. But yeah, I had a crush on this girl. I wrote her a poem, and I gave
Can you give like the first letter? Something?
AK.
Yo, I don't like. I really like. Did that cross my brain for a second?
You know, because we've had this conversation.
I know, but like,
yeah.
like I thought about it, but I didn't know if it was 100% that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people fought over her.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Crazy.
I ain't never fighting not nobody though. If you listen, here's why. Because this was the moment when I was able to like pick what mattered to me. I wrote the poem. I gave it to her. She gave it back.
What?
Didn't
read it?
She read it, but she didn't be my girlfriend or nothing. It didn't work. It didn't do nothing. She was just like, "Oh, thank you," and then that was it. And
gave it back.
And gave it back to me.
That's fun.
Yeah.
If you ever see this, you're fucking.
No, but she's not though, because she gave it back to me, and I showed Drew, and literally,
Don't show him.
No, but listen, no, but listen. This is fucking history in the making, bro. I showed it to him. He reads it. We're at the lunch table. He reads it. He looks up and he goes, "You're a rapper." You can see him saying it just like that, right? You know, he just looked.
But that's what he said.
That's exactly how I gave it to him. He read it. He looked up and he said, "You're a rapper." And then I was like, yeah, I am. Yes, I am. And that was it. From then I was that's when I started trying to, I was J Kid. I wasn't JaysonLRX yet, but yeah.
But Blizz.
Yep.
J Kid, yeah.
Yep. That's how I started. That's what made me want to start rapping.
That's crazy, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the story, but didn't know the actual detail.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, bro.
Thanks to Drew.
Bro, changed my life. It's like I always credit him with that. I tell him that he knows that.
So when you went into writing it, you didn't even think of being a rapper? You were not.
I was writing a poem.
Oh.
I wrote a poem.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yep. That's cool. Actually.
I wrote a poem. And he read it and told me I was a rapper.
That's a cool ass story. So now go from there, like after that.
And then well, you know, Chris Money, your older brother. He was involved in the music world. He had links. He was involved with All Hood ENT, Benny Cartel, Tone Network, you know what I'm saying? Rabby, shout out to Rab. All that. It was, and they had a nice little movement out in Amsterdam. They was pushing out the mixtapes. This is the mixtape era, like actual mixtape CD era. So it started off like, you know, they was giving me those, and we used to sell them in school and like give them off. And then that's when Chris was like, "Oh, these little motherfuckers might be able to sell some CDs." So they put me on. Then that's how I got on the tape. And because I was 14 years old and I was spitting bars, like I had bars. So they put me on the tape. And then once I'm on the tape, now you better believe I'm gonna be fucking pushing this shit as much as I can.
Yeah.
And then that's how we really got the name out. You know what I mean? The first time they ever brought me on stage, I was 14 in the club. Wasn't supposed to be even up in that motherfucker, but they fucking brought me out. And and when my verse came up, I remember I was waiting on the stage and I was just hiding. And as soon as my shit came out, I fucking ran.
What club was this? Sneakies?
No, this was in, I think, I want to say Philly. It wasn't even in New York. Like we went, like we traveled somewhere for this. Yeah, like we was out of state. Like I had to get permission from my mom and everything. Like that ass. Like it was, this was crazy.
Nothing.
Yeah, yep. And so from there, then it was like at that point, now I'm a rapper. Now I'm in 10th grade. And
you just start writing.
You got to think like during that time, it was like, this is before there's any,
SoundCloud,
before iPhone. This is before there's even an iPod.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Before iPods, yeah.
So this is like this is actually the beginning. This might have, I think.
This is 2002, 2003. 2001, 2002, 2003.
Yeah. So this is around that time when like,
right before we went to 9th grade, 2004.
Right. Yeah. No. The poem story was right before we went to 9th grade, but the mixtape came out when we were in high school.
Okay.
9th grade when the mixtape came out. But yeah, so say all that to say, this is during the time when there wasn't no social media, there wasn't no way to put yourself out there. So just the fact that I'm on a CD that you can fucking put in and press play and people can hear me rapping was like so fucking cool. Like people were loving that shit and eating it up. So I gained a lot of popularity off of that and a lot of identity off of my talents and my dreams. So that was really where I fostered who I was, and it was really just a matter of, being a kid. And it was tough for me though, because especially at the time, there was no lane for anything other than that gangster rap. It was either gangster rap or like your super underground, hardcore,
lyrical.
Yeah. And
lyrical shit, like something Tech 9 type shit.
I didn't fall into any of that. You know what I mean? I was kind of just like, I'm just a regular fucking kid. I mean, And this is before Kanye? No, this is during Kanye. That really was where a lot of my inspiration came from. Seeing Kanye come out,
college dropout,
rapping about being in school and rapping about going against the grain and rapping about not having to have guns and all of that stuff was really the first thing that I could actually relate to. As opposed to growing up, you hear the music and you love it and you vibe with it, you dance with it, and you rock out to it, but you couldn't really tell back then, but it was just like, you're kind of forced to sing along with these things that you don't agree with, just to be able to sing along and to enjoy the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because of that, me trying to figure out who I was, there were times where I would rap about things that weren't me. And after a while, I wasn't even having a connection with my own music.
Made you feel some type of way?
It just made me
rapping that way?
It just made me
felt like you had to, right?
Well, yes. And
Anya that's around you?
Yeah, because it was like nobody wants to hear me rap about my regular life. Like I'm living a regular life. I'm not, and not even so much that. It's just like, oh, well, when everybody's rapping about all the fucking guns that they're shooting and the drugs that they're selling and the bitches they're fucking and the cars they're driving, it makes you think I have to rap about these things for people to like my, if I don't, they're not gonna, and that comes from when you do make something that's not talking about that stuff, and then people are like, oh, well, I wish it was more like this. Or oh, I wish it was more of a club record, or I wish. Then when I started, then I found my way. I was like, oh, let me get on my lyrically, my bar shit. And people are like, oh, well, we want that party song, and we want this, and we want that. And it's like, you get to a point where you realize, like, I got to a point where I realized that, like, a lot of the shit that I was making and a lot of shit that I was saying was just so I could rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to rap, but just so I can be in the field so I could feel like I'm doing a good job. And then I got to the point where I was like, fuck that. Like, fuck that. I want to rap about the shit that I want to rap about. I want to rap about the shit that means something to me. And that's where now you see, like, on composition, I got like Emotional Man, where I'm just rapping about how I'm emotional, but this world doesn't have no space for a man's emotions.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And some people love that song. Some people skip that song. I got song World of What Ifs, where I'm just...
That's one of my favorites.
World of What Ifs? That's what's up. But that's just to ask questions in life. You know what I mean? Like, that's really like a really pondering.
That's the one with the girl, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound like that?
That's it. If you hold your heart in hand,
Yeah.
throw it up as hard as you can, we wouldn't let decide I made a plan. After all the shit hit the fan, where would you stand? Could you win a war against your pride? If your heart was battling mine, could you pick a side? If you knew the day you would die, would you change the way you live your life while you had the time?
But yeah, that, and who's the girl on that?
Her name's Eureka. I met her through Merck.
Oh,
You know?
yeah, no, her voice is crazy too.
Nah, she killed that. She definitely killed that. But again, I wrote that just to be like, you know, I want, that's the shit that I sit and I think about. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that actually means something to me.
Mm.
Like, if you hold your heart in your hand, throw it up as hard as you can, where would it land?
That's some real shit.
You know what I'm saying? You sat down and made a plan. After all the shit hit the fan, where would you stand? Like, you put everything into this shit, and then it falls apart. What's that? What are you gonna do?
Most people would quit.
Well, could you win a war against your pride? If your heart was battling your mind, could you pick a side?
Mm. No. It's
You
different.
have to.
It's different.
Yeah, but that's why I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
There's the whole song.
But that's just so real. It's like,
Everything in that song except for the bridge is all questions.
mm.
It's literally just me asking questions. That's it. And I learned that from Jada. That song is actually inspired by Why.
Mm.
That's my response to Why. The world of what ifs. I know I'm not the only one.
That
That feels that way.
Yo, but the thing is, like, with him though, like you said, layers. Like, there's some things I'm like, yo, you're fucking right. That is real shit. And then I'm like, all right, wait, hold on, you're taking it too far now.
Well, that's the thing.
So
It's like, that's how
why-
it hits you. It's like, yo, you think everything he's gonna say is gonna be, you're gonna disagree with everything? No, there's gonna be some, on the Venn diagram, there's gonna be some overlaps.
It's like Donald Trump. Some shit he's saying, like,
But that doesn't negate the evil. That's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't make it like, oh, well, since we agree on this one thing, all those other crazy fucking things that you said are okay. No. Cool. We agree on a couple things. I'm sure you and I'm sure we all agreed with a couple things with Hitler too. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Mussolini, any of these motherfuckers. There's had to be something that we probably all liked, fucking scrambled eggs.
so
You know what I'm saying?
is there anything that you agree with Charlie Kirk? That anything
There's
he said?
definitely things that he said that I've been like, you're not wrong. I can't.
I'm trying to think of an example.
I can't think of them off the top. There's definitely been certain things, but then there's also been things where it's like, you are rage baiting right now so hardcore, and you're saying this to completely get a reaction, or you're just a piece of shit because if you actually believe what you're saying, you know what I'm saying?
Like the whole like Charlie Kirk is big on dating your own race. You shouldn't date outside the race. You believe in that?
My fucking wife is Mexican, so what are you talking
Imagine he says.
But here's the thing: it's like I'm
Does
mixed.
that
So
make
like,
him racist?
yeah.
That makes him racist for saying that?
I mean, not just for saying that. That doesn't make him racist. He's racist.
Is he?
Yes.
Nah, I don't think he is.
How is he not?
Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
I don't think he's racist.
Do you know any of the shit that he said?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know.
You did what I'm saying. If
I
you
didn't know him before he died. For real.
Yeah, no.
But I did start watching like a couple of his like interviews and podcasts. And
We going,
maybe I have to like do more research on him.
bro. It's
So I swear to God,
crazy.
I never heard of him before that video.
This just off the top of my head. I'm just gonna throw the top ones that I can remember. Was he said, if I go on an airplane and I see a black pilot I'm going to sit and I think to myself, damn, I really hope he's qualified.
I did hear this. Okay, I did hear that example.
Is that racist?
That's racist.
I was about to say, you got to think about that?
I'm thinking about his example of why, because somebody called him racist for that. And I remember hearing an example of why he said that. He said that because there's less black, or there's no black pilots, graduators, or something. I don't know. I gotta do my research. But
a statistic that's
there's a statistic that he said.
That's what I'm saying. He throws it. A lot of the statistics that he threw out is false and got completely debunked. Like niggas will come with receipts and be like, "No, this is wrong." Because
No, that's racist. If you see there, you see a black pilot, be like, "Oh my god, I might crash." Okay, that's racist.
he says shit like that all the fucking time. So that's just off of the fact that you even heard. You already know. Like I didn't even have to finish the sentence. You already.
I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a list, bro. There's a lot of shit that he said that's crazy. So, and that's the thing is like, we grew up with fucking racist people that we thought was cool. We was letting them say the N-word. We was doing all that shit. And then we grow up and we realize like, oh shit. That story I told you.
Yeah.
There was a room full of white people who I've been letting say the N-word for my whole life.
Oh, you people you knew.
People I grew and trusted in as allies.
Yeah.
White people that use my culture, that use black culture all the fucking time, but will sit quietly while somebody is getting called the nigger.
Yeah.
That's racism within itself. People that ain't even gonna realize the racism in that. It's ignorance. It's more so ignorance than racism. But when you're compliant to it, as a white, using your white privilege to just stay quiet when shit like that happens, that's the shit. That is the problem. And that is what happens. That's how people like Charlie Kirk will get so far saying such crazy things because it's like, oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, that sounded kind of crazy, but what about all the good shit he said? Oh, what about the stuff that I agree with? Oh, what about that? And it's like, no. I'm not giving out them passes no more. I grew up, I did that shit when I was young because I didn't know no better.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit no more. Nope. No, sir.
I want to know that example. What happened? The story.
So, I'm not going to use names.
Yeah. No.
But I'm at a friend's house and we're just sitting chilling. It's me, my one friend, white boy, saying nigga our whole lives. Other friend, white boy, didn't know him. I only know him for about a year at this point in time, but says it freely. And then another one of our homeboys says it all the damn time. And this one's like head to toe with the fucking fits and the fucking that whole aesthetic. Everything is black culture. And so we're all just sitting. And then the one who I didn't really know too well, his sister comes in. It was her house.
White girl?
White girl. She comes in with a mixed black dude. My complexion. And she's like, oh my God, fucking niggers at KFC can't get my fucking order right. Taking fucking forever. And
What was her tone? Like
exactly that.
Like angry?
Yes,
like,
pissed.
Oh my fucking God. Like
yes.
Just like trying to be jokey.
No, she was pissed.
She was angry.
She was angry. She was hangry. It took forever with her fucking chicken.
That's racist. If somebody says like, because I'm going to go both ways with this. If somebody acts like that, like you see the anger in them and they're really like genuine, they're genuine about it, that's racist. But if they come in joking and they're even, I want to say, I'm not black, so I'm not going to say it's okay or not. But I feel like the tone matters.
Here's the thing. If you're a white person using that word, you need to know the fucking rules.
I think it's crazy.
Listen,
I think it's crazy.
Listen, you need to know the fucking
For white
rules.
people.
And if you need to know that if you're a white person and you're using that word around black people and you already have had conversations or confirmed with them that they're cool with it, you need to understand that not every black person feels that way.
Yeah.
And you don't have that pass with everybody. Just because you have the pass with one black person doesn't mean you have the pass with all fucking black people. Yeah. You need to treat it the same way as if you never fucking heard. When you meet a new fucking black person, you bet you're completely white.
Yeah.
All that blackness that your black friend gave you is fucking out the window. They don't know nothing about that.
True.
You need to know all this shit if you're choosing to use the word.
Yeah.
Period. Same way like we men, if we need to know, okay, I need to wrap my shit up or else I'm gonna fucking have a kid. If you're a fucking white person, you need to wrap your shit the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna use that shit, you better fucking know the rules of how to conceal it and how to be respectful. It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna if you're gonna come into a space and just expect that you have the ability to say that, it's crazy. So then to just say that and then not even like catch it.
Shows you're like you think you're entitled to your superior or something.
Right. Now, mind you, this is her house. And I'm a grown ass man. I know my level of respect, and I know when I have my own space, you can't tell me what to do in my house. You can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I decided. First thing I did was I looked at all three of my boys, who I had expected to say something, or at least cringe, or at least have some type of response. Anything, because that was hurt. Yeah. That shit pissed me off. I felt that shit. So I'm looking like, who is sharing this with me? Who's my ally here? Who's actually with me in this? And nobody was with me. Nobody. Everybody was. So you looked there. Like I looked around. I'm like, I did sense it. I'm looking. That shit. I heard that shit. That shit hit me. I said, like lingering, like giving you a second, like so you know that I'm sitting here looking at you, and you have like you know when your dog does something bad, and you look at them and they just like freeze up and they're just looking straight. You try to talk to them. That's what they did.
No way.
They just sat there like that. So then I looked around, niggas ain't do nothing, and I just got up and I left. I didn't say a word to anybody. I got up and I walked out.
That's crazy.
I didn't say a single word to nobody.
What about the license dude? He was white, black? He was.
I mean,
like
he was
that didn't affect him,
but it didn't affect him at all. But he's the reason why she felt comfortable to say. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he was there.
What is your stance with?
He was there with her.
What do you think?
He don't know his work.
You don't know.
He don't know his. He doesn't. I've been. You remember how we grew up?
He was young.
Better.
Yeah.
Probably in his 20s.
So young. Yeah. I would say anything under 30.
Yeah.
They grew up in
probably has a
different how we grew up.
Nigger shit.
Yeah.
Because it took me going through some real nigger shit, like actually being called a nigger in real life, to feel the fucking pain and to be like, that this shit ain't cool. This shit ain't funny. Yeah. This shit ain't funny at all.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I walked into a party, bro. I was like probably like mid to late 20. It was a barn party. And it was highlighted party. You know, they put like the highlighter so everything is neon. I walk into the party. One wall, KKK.
No.
KKK. Next wall, kill niggers.
This is kind of crazy because I'm like, I must be so naive to this because I don't ever dealt with it. But the crazy thing is, I've never even been around people that like that.
Yes, you have.
Really?
You just didn't know.
No.
Promise you.
What?
I promise you, bub.
Damn.
No, but listen. The third wall was a fucking noose. And this is how I'm going to tell you how you've been around these people and you don't know. Listen to this. Bro,
I'm blown away.
No, you're not even blown away yet. No, you're not blown away yet.
This is real example.
I promise you.
This is no exaggeration because I'm a big
exaggeration. I put this on everything. I put this on my mom. I put this on my fucking left and right nut, bro. I put this on everything I love. This is my fucking experience. I can call I can call my brother right now, and he will back this whole story. So I'm pissed at this point. I'm like, what the fuck? And people are trying to calm me down. I'm like, nah, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy.
When you walked in.
Yeah. The one black person in the party comes up to me, drunk as shit. Bro, it's all good. Don't worry. I told him it's okay. It's my house.
What?
cooning, bro.
Bro,
To fit in.
I did not even like realize you were about to say that.
This is in the sticks, bro. And I know that's what I'm telling you. These people, that's what he had to do to fit in.
And
That's what he had to do to fit in.
He was laughing with them like, oh no, that'd be funny. You're not really racist. I'm your friend. That can't make you racist.
And now let me tell you this. You know what's crazy is so at that point, so I'm looking at him like, I don't respect you. You're a fucking pussy.
I gotta know who this guy is off camera.
Huh?
I gotta know who this is off camera.
You don't know him. It's out in Amsterdam and shit. I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, nah, bro. I'm letting him have it. Like, you're a fucking coon, da da da. And then one of his fucking white friends comes up to protect him, but with the racist ass look in his face, and he's ready to pop. So I swung. I'm not waiting for nothing. I'm swing.
Yeah.
As soon as I swing, fucking the people who I'm with
swing on you,
grab me and pull me out the party. And I'm like, word. So we can't even fight. Like, and mind you, you remember back in the days, them motherfuckers out there brawling every other fucking weekend. It's like, okay, so you're not gonna fight for this.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. And then so when they carrying me out, I didn't have, all I could do is, mind you, it's my fucking boy that was pulling me in. That's the crazy shit. And it's like, but whatever. But all I could do, they had me in the air. There was a fucking Benz. And I fucking kicked that shit as hard as I fucking could. I kicked the emblem off that. Oh, kick the fucking emblem off that.
Oh, shit.
That's just one story, bro. I got more. I promise you I got more.
I know one from high school. That was shit.
Which one?
When somebody, we got a party. No, someone had a party, and you knocked on the door.
Oh.
And they said, what's up?
I'm not even. I'm not even proud of it.
But that's another.
But that was another. No, that is an example because that was the moment where. Actually, no, that actually is very permanent.
Started.
We're talking because that was not the first time. That was not the first time that somebody called me nigga. That was the first time I had to fight over it.
But he didn't say ER. Said A. I'm not saying this.
No, he said it. No, that's the reason why. That's the reason why his A word got took. His pass got took. Is because you remember when you was beating him up and his cousin jumped in and they tried to jump you and then we was all brawling. Yeah. And after that, that's when he called us niggers. He called you a nigger too. He called both of us niggers.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, you can't never say that word ever again. That's when it was like, and then they gave him 3 passes of him saying it with the A. Yeah. It wasn't like, no, you just can't say it because you can't say it. You fucking disrespected it, and I gave you a boundary, and now you're crossing that boundary 3 times. So yes, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And I'm not even like that. I'm
getting angry like that.
I'm not even like that. Like I don't even like fighting. I'm not one of them fighting ass dudes. But this is the shit where it's like, you know, it matters.
It's crazy.
It matters, especially because. Again, him at that time, somebody who wants to fucking borrow from the culture all the time. You want to be fucking,
be down.
You know what I'm saying? But I say all that. That's all in the past. I love that dude.
Yeah,
he's valid.
I don't feel. It is good.
It is what it is. And I don't know. Me personally, that issue has been dealt with. We've had conversations as men, and we're able to. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's really just a matter of like, and that's where I say all that to say, these people, you have met these people.
Yeah.
You have met them. And Charlie Kirk is definitely one of them. He's one of the people who would wrangle them up. He was their voice.
Mm.
That's why he grew to the level that he was and to the popularity that he was.
And I realized a lot of those people that are like that with the racism, they feel the same way when it comes to like trans and all that type of shit.
Mm-hmm. It's hate.
It's hateful. Yeah.
Just hate. And that's what he spewed. That's what he spoke was hate. And reasons to put people down. And he was such a smart speaker that he was able to articulate it in a way that even if you disagree, you're like,
maybe you're right.
I don't know if I disagree. You know what I mean? Question.
That's how I felt starting watching him.
Yeah,
bro.
and because he's so good at speaking and he's so good at picking these entry points to start talking about one thing, and then before you know, it's like, wait, when the fuck did we start talking about trans people? I thought we were talking about the economy. And that's happened so many times when I pay attention to him or like people like that, is they lump shit in together. Like especially like Trump is like he'll say something that like actually sparks like, oh, gas is too high, and we're like, gas is too high, but I hate black people out here.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's basically like that.
Dead ass. Like you believe it for 1 second, and then it's like, oh, that's why I can't. Same with Kanye. Kanye would do the same shit. You're like, I made graduation. Yeah, fuck, he did make graduation. And I'm a Nazi. Fuck graduation. Turn this shit up. After that, after high school, well, I mean,
So you did the concert on stage. Where was it?
Jersey,
somewhere.
Philly, somewhere. And then after that, so we had the mixtape after that. And
What was that called?
allherent.com.
Oh, I remember the intro.
allherent.com. For the EMT, be locked on. Run like DMC and log on.
That's crazy. You still have that CD anywhere?
I don't know. I don't, but somebody does. I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Yeah, find it.
And then after that was the Tugan mixtape. Tugan! I thought I had two songs. That was when I really got to get like
Into it.
figure out who I was, because he had the studio in the crib that my dad helped build, and we was just over there all the time. So at that point, that's when I kind of gained free studio access and was able to play around with stuff and, you know, see what my voice sounds like, try singing, seeing what works, what doesn't work. That was a really fun time. We had we had anthems during that time, and it's easy when you're in high school because you got all your friends and stuff, so you can kind of just like pass the stuff around to your friends, and then they pass it to their friends.
They listen to it.
It grows organically. So, yeah.
You go on one person's car and he's playing it. Yo, you listen to Jayson?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Right, yep.
Everybody got it in their cars playing it.
Yep. So at that point, now you can think I'm top of the world. I'm like living my fucking best life. And then that's when Harry passed. So that, like, it affected me. It definitely changed me. It definitely put like it gave me something to rap about. As fucked up as
it made it more meaningful.
It just
continued to make music.
It just made it. At that point, it's like now there's like, you know, when I'm speaking, it feels like it felt like I was speaking to somebody because I was trying to talk to him. I was trying so hard to talk to him that, like, you know, I had to use that. I had to use that as my tool for everything, to figure out how to accept it, to figure out how to move forward,
work through
to
it,
believe in myself, to even find anything that even, you know what I mean? Like, especially
find a meaning behind it.
Right. So, that's when I wrote 80 bars. And when I wrote 80 bars, that was when I think I got the respect from like the real hip hop heads. Like, because before that, it's just like, oh, he's just a young kid that's rapping. He can say some cool stuff. But 80 bars was the first time that I had displayed an actual emotion
of your whole life.
Yeah. And
I got this. I heard that in years.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I might bring it back. But
there's nowhere you can find it right now, right? Like,
YouTube.
Oh, you have it?
But you gotta know how to search it.
Search and find it.
It's my old name.
Yeah.
Back when I was going by Jason Gabriel for that brief little time.
Yeah, I wasn't there during that.
Nobody was. I wasn't there. I was gone. Hey, I was disappeared. I've been through plenty of periods in my lifetime where I just disappeared. I have some ghost qualities that way. Not proud of it, but I can accept it finally at this point and just say, hey, it's part of my story.
So what made you decide to change it to that from JaysonLRX? So originally it was J Kid. then went to JaysonLRX. JaysonLRX.
Yep. And
In high school.
you can't Google that.
Can't Google it.
Because I was getting like websites, like
Okay.
lyric websites. It would be like Frankie J lyrics,
Okay.
Jesse J lyrics.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, it's like, well, this isn't really working. So let me try to figure something else out. And then I try to just go by Jason Gabriel, my middle name. And it's just didn't stick. Didn't stick. So then that's when I just kind of just like switched up the spelling of it. And it was just like, I want to stay J lyrics, but I'm going to just change up the lyrics. I'm going to make them see it a little different. So then that's when it was like LRX. And I played around with the letters a little bit, but then when I landed on that and I started using it, and then I was like, that's when I made Loud Lyrics. And that was another evolution period of like, oh, I'm finally stepping into who I am. That was the moment when I realized like, okay, maybe I don't agree with everything that I'm saying. You know? And I started to like really see what I was saying and just being like, that's not the person that I am. Like that artistically is like a form of a representation of who I am, but it's not who I am. And I think I just wanted something a little bit more real. This was coming at a time when I was like even deeper than musically. This is when I'm like actually asking myself, who am I? Like trying to figure out what my purpose in this world is. What even any of this even means. And that's when I kind of just like came to the realization where it's like after Loud Lyrics, it was like, all right, there's enough of this already. You know, there's enough of rappers that will just come out here and tell you how good they are at rapping or tell you how much money they make or how many bitches they fucking or all of that. Like we have more than we don't need another one. And I just felt like there wasn't me. And that's why I didn't know who to be musically. And it's also why I'm like at this point in my life and I'm like, you know, mid-20s, early mid-20s. And I'm like looking at what I've done with my life. And I think everybody gets to that point in your early mid-20s. Like, you know, some people are like, oh, I'm just going to party and live my life and live my best life. And that's totally cool. I did that too at times. But then it got to that point where it's like, wait a minute, I'm not a kid anymore. And I'm about to be an adult. And a lot of the kids that I grew up with are already adults. And they already got their shit together. And I'm sitting here fucking on. And I started to feel bad about myself because of that. So I started focusing more on getting my life together.
Did you think like all your peers are did you like time or did you look at it as like, oh, all my peers are ahead in life? Or were you looking at it as I'm bullshitting too much, these people are getting their lives together, I need to get my life together because of what you're seeing your friends do?
I mean, it was that, and it was also like seeing the people, the generation before me who were in the room with me while I'm bullshitting. And it's like, okay, I'm 25 and I'm living my life this way. You're 35 living your life this way. From 25 to 35, you probably was doing the same exact thing, which is why you're still doing the same thing. And these are the people who are rapping that shit, that same shit, who are buying into that facade, buying into that lifestyle of like, oh, I gotta have these things, I gotta have these numbers, I gotta have this appearance, I gotta have this thing. And I realized that I was chasing that thing and it was bringing me heartache. It wasn't bringing me peace. It was bringing me the opposite of peace. So I focused on my peace. I focused on finding my peace because that's more important. I knew that once I found my peace, then I would be able to create the music that I wanted to hear and that I would enjoy. So I took time to myself. I still was creating, but I wasn't putting nothing out. I was creating for me and for the people around me and for the people who cared enough to hit me up and say, hey, are you still creating music? Yo, you still got something for me? Yeah, of course. Here, boom. Here's some shit. Boom. And the people around me know. Anyone who knows me knows, like, yo, you can hit me up at any given moment. I got something to send you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then, I had to go through those things. And then I went through like a really, really tough time emotionally, like spiritually, energetically. I went through a really tough time. Just in life. And I almost gave up on it. Like, I really like
music.
Yeah. But it's crazy because, like, I couldn't fucking do it.
What?
I couldn't accept that fact.
To give up on it?
Because then at that point, it was like, because like I said, like so much of my identity was tied into it. It was like, what else am I bringing in? How can I touch people? How can I make a difference in this world? Like, what's
another way besides music? You're saying?
Yeah,
and
I was questioning that, and I could. I got suicidal. Like, I really was ready, I didn't realize until I realized how much they correlated. Like, I wasn't able to give up. I wasn't able to say that I gave up music until I had given up. Like, completely. And I had to rebuild all that shit from the ground up. But luckily, while I was in that space, I was finding myself. Like, before I got to that point of like almost giving up, I was figuring it out.
Same time.
Because I had met work.
We are just talking about this in the car. About me rapping.
Oh, yeah, yep.
But go ahead.
Yep. I had met Merck, and we built the art. We had an instant chemistry, and then we decided to. I pretty much was like, yo, block out every Friday, give me at least 3 hours, and we did that. Years at least, like 6 years.
Damn, that's dedication.
Just going,
discipline, all that at one.
And we was just going, and from there, that's where I found my sound. I created composition, my most recent project. I made it though, and it took me about 5 years to put it out.
Damn.
Like,
because you did went on like a big hiatus, like no music at all
being put out.
Yeah.
And that's because I hated myself. Because I didn't want the world to see me. I didn't want to answer any questions. I didn't want to. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I was going to succeed. I didn't want to succeed and then fuck it up. Yeah.
Were you looking too much for perfection?
Totally.
Yeah.
1,000%. But I was also just not letting myself be. I wasn't letting myself be. I was putting the pressures of the world on myself and thinking that I needed to adhere to all these things, or I need to be this person or be this way, or I need to have my life at a certain point, or I need to be able to promote myself this way, or I need to have these amount of followers, or I need to have a logo, or I need to have a blah, 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 blah. You can always find something that you don't have. But it got to like, and honestly, it didn't really get better either. That part of it didn't get better at all. It never got better. I had to force it. That's why I just dropped it and didn't really tell anybody. I just put it out. Just so at this point, it's like, it's out. It's there. You have access to it. You can find it. You can listen to it. It's not gonna go unheard like the other 3 mixtapes, like Lust, which you sat there and watched me fucking make the whole entire fucking mixtape, and we were just listening to songs off of that fucking mixtape, and it's like, so, it just got so.
Are you going to put that up?
Lust? Yeah. Not in that version that we created it. Probably not ever, no.
So no, never. Because you're not going to redo the whole thing.
No, and those feelings and those emotions are all done. Like they're all. I've already felt those feelings. I've felt those emotions, and even when like listening to it now, it's kind of like I don't really know how to explain how it feels now. Listening to a breakup song about a woman that I don't feel
that way
for anymore. It's like
old and played out.
not even that it's old and played out, because when I hear it, I feel things, but I don't feel about this person. Like I know I don't feel like if the person was here and I had every opportunity to do whatever I wanted, I wouldn't do any of those things. But as I'm listening to the song where I expressed those emotions have been captured into that song. So now when I hear that song, those emotions come up inside my body. Not necessarily like, oh, I miss her. Oh, I agree. Everything that the song is saying, I still feel this way. No, it's just like, you know, like it's just
Cringy?
It just,
Is that the word you've used?
it's not even cringy. It's like a ghost feeling. It's like a feeling that you don't feel, but you're feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It's like
Your words, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's yeah, I gotta sit and think of an analogy because that's a tough one. But yeah, no, it is cringy. It is cringy.
That's kind of a word you're kind of
That is a word that I could put with it because it's like, but it's a respectful cringe because it's like I have to acknowledge the fact that like I
went through
love
it.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so in love with you.
Yeah.
I was.
It was a part in your life.
Right.
I feel the same way about tattoos. Like people be like, "Oh, you ever regret a tattoo?" Like, yeah, if you get one stupid, but I also, well, from my point of view, all the tattoos I've got, I might not like a couple now, but like I look back at it, I'm like, that point in my life, it's what I wanted, and it's part of my life.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna regret something.
Right.
I think that was part of something I was involved in.
Right. I don't know. Like any woman that I've ever felt strong, serious emotions for, I don't regret it. I don't.
Like example, like I got like a tattoo of my a woman's name on me. Like at that time, it was a beautiful thing.
But
I might regret it now. I might go change it, but I don't regret it at that time.
right. You know what's crazy? It's a song. It's a tattoo that's not on your body.
A song?
Because it's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's always gonna exist, and it's gonna hold all that shit in. It's just not on my body.
Yeah.
But it's the same. As you express your tattoos, yeah, that's exactly it. That is exactly what it is. Because it's like I'm not mad. Like, and the beauty of it is like, listen to this song. This is a great song. I have a song from it now. You know, like that's fucking cool. It's not anything to feel bad about. But it's like when you're watching a scary movie and you're feeling scared, you're still feeling scared.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, oh, I loved that. Oh, that felt so good. It's like, no, it felt so shitty inside my body, but it was part of the experience of that piece of that art, I should say.
Yep. So, is there anyone that inspires you personally?
Inspires me personally?
Yeah.
My dad. Yeah. Big time.
Besides any family?
In any specific ways, just anyone who inspired.
Where like you're like, you go watch their material that gives you motivation to do something, or you listen to this guy constantly to give you motivation or give you a thought in the head. Like that's where you go to give you inspiration. Nas?
Sure.
I don't listen to Nas.
I do.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like that's really why I listen to him, is because I always say Nas is my spirit animal, because when I was growing up and I was finding my artists to listen to, Nas he told that line of the street shit, but he would deliver it in a way to where I could relate to it. He was
more intellectual.
Yes. Yep. And I learned
street, like simple words.
Mm-hmm. And I learned so much just from just the way he exists and how he's like, listen, y'all could do whatever y'all want to do, but I'm going to do what works for me here. You could like it if you like it. You don't like it if you don't. But there's enough people in this world that fuck with my shit to where I could keep doing it. and be happy. And that's fucking, I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that it's yeah, I am from the streets. I am of this world, but I've always known that there's more and we don't have to be this, you know?
Yep. Okay. Is there a piece of advice that was given to you that means a lot to you or that you go by, like day by day?
I'm gonna butcher the wording of it, but it's essentially, don't let what you don't have get in the way of what you do.
That happens to me all the time.
And that's like when you're in a moment and you're like, fuck, I need this. Oh man, I need to get this. And you're not focusing about all the things that you already have, all the blessings that you've already been given. And you're so focused, like, oh damn, I need money so I can go and do XYZ. But it's like, okay, but you already got a roof over your head and you got food in your fridge and you got clothes to put on and you got gas to put in your car. So it's like that extra material thing that you're worrying about. You can spend your whole day being upset that you don't have that one thing, but then you're going to overlook all the shit that's in front of you. And that goes back to what we were saying before about like perspective and what frequency you choosing to live in. It's like, if you choose to live in that negative frequency, you're only going to see the things that are going to apply to that negative state of mind that you're living in. And all the positive things that would take you out of it are going to go over your head. But if you're living in that state of frequency of the positive, it's going to be much easier for you to see the solution to the problem.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Unless if you're sitting here like, oh, everything is all fucked up. Nothing ever works out for me. The solution could be right in front of your face, but you're so busy saying nothing ever works out for you that you missed it.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like we all do that so much. But why?
Because we're humans.
But you realize you can never, it's like, it's hard for most people to think that way and be satisfied.
What do you mean?
To be like, oh, you're never satisfied. And you can say, oh, I got a roof over my head. Oh, I got a car. I got gas money to pay.
Well, it's really hard to do that if you're not counting your blessings. And if you're not living in your gratitude, it's real easy to stop what you're doing and look around the room.
That's all a mindset thing.
So is easy and hard. If something is easier, if it's hard, it's also a mindset thing. Because like that, right now, we could sit here and count your blessings, bro. You got this fucking big ass TV right here. You got your setup that you created. You got a fucking space heater. You have your own fucking garage to fucking come and chill.
Not have any of this, or would kill to even have something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's something people would be surprised to learn about you? Like, people know you rapper, people know you sing, people know you can dance. Is there anything that's like kind of hidden or that you don't show that much that you might think you have a talent of or good at?
I mean, obviously the yoga, but I think that's kind of like more well known now. People kind of know that, but I'm definitely, I love yoga.
Or is there something that you want people to know that they don't know?
I love you. I love you. Whoever you are, whatever is going on, I want you to know that I love you.
Is there a moment in your life that changed everything for you? That literally brought your path this way instead of that? Was there a time in your life that...
I mean, we already spoke about hair, obviously.
Hair,
that's the obvious one. That was the biggest, most pivotal moment of...
I think all our close ones, that same thing.
Yep.
We're all on the path to him. That wants to happen. Our paths took a total change.
And
was that the time you almost gave up?
No.
No?
No. Those are two completely different decades in my life. Two completely different times. When I almost gave up, it was basically like I'm creeping up on 30 and didn't really have nothing. I had two mixtapes. I did have a roof over my head. But again, it was like, so focused on the negative and the things that you don't have. I was in a very, 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 very toxic relationship. And it skewed my perception. It skewed my perception of who I was and what my place in this world was. And I lost myself. I started to believe all of the fucked up things that she was saying to me about me. And I think I just got to a point where it was like I didn't know what the fuck to do. I just didn't know. And I was tired. And I felt like I was hopeless. I felt like another fucking, I'm not even gonna go down all those negative things that I used to say about myself, but it was bad.
I noticed this is a big common denominator with men, where you talk to them, be like, "Yo, what made you change? What made you go down this depression path?" And 9 times out of 10, it's because of a woman.
I'm not gonna put it all on her as if it was her fault. She was
I'm saying that's what generates.
She was the one that made me realize how bad it was, because I didn't realize it until I left her. Until I had to finally got up the fucking balls to actually leave her alone. I was trapped. I was stuck in my own shit. And I think that's where why it's a common denominator with most men is because I was depressed before I met her. The reason why I fell in love with her and chose her is because I was depressed. Not intentionally, but that's how it works. She was depressed too. She was, you know what I mean? We were both in that shit. And that was my ego trying to find somebody to attach to so that it can exist freely and run free with her ego. And it got to a point where I had gone against my better judgment and I had gone against my gut and my heart and my brain so many times in hopes that it would keep her in my life. And then it got to a point where I really had to make a decision because I found a form of expression for myself, artistic form of expression that really worked for me. Just helped me tap into my shadow work, helped me tap into my darkness and the things about myself that I was ashamed of or wasn't even really ready to confront.
But she brought that up. Was she pointing stuff out like that?
No, I was doing my own work. I created my own outlet. I created a way to take pictures and create content about myself and writing poetry, just journaling, expressing myself in the most rawest ways that I felt comfortable doing in a safe way that I had found and created for myself. And she wasn't with it. You know what I mean? She just saw it as something perverted and not as pure as what it actually was. And she pretty much gave me an ultimatum where it's it's either me or this. And long story short, I pretty much was taking pictures of myself, you know what I mean? Boudoir modeling and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Finding ways to position my body to express an emotion. Yoga taught me that, you know what I mean? In different ways to just express. Very non-conventional, not really anything that you might have seen anybody else other doing. But she looked at it as oh, you're just trying to show off your body. Oh, you're just trying to show up. You're just trying to this or that. And she put the ultimatum, you either stop doing this or I'm not talking to you anymore. And it was so I could either stop doing what's healing me to protect your feelings and keep you in my life. I could put myself first and just keep doing what's right for me and let you make your decision. Or I could lie to you and just say, no, I'm not doing it no more. And then just keep doing my thing.
Yeah.
I kept it a buck. I'm listen, this is what I'm doing. I would love to include you in it.
That's
And like, so that way you're not feeling like it's anything happening behind your back. Like, I would love for you to be the part of this so that you can help. And while I'm discovering who I am, you'll get more insight into who I am and we can understand. And maybe I can get more insight into who you are.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll bring us closer. And her response was, fuck you. I hope you get AIDS and your dick falls off and you give it to every bitch that you fuck and you die.
Thanks.
That was the last thing she
Those
said.
are the exact words?
That was the exact word. The exact words. And then
This is through a text?
no, this is
On
on FaceTime. Actually, FaceTime. And then blocks me after. And then that's when I was like, usually in those moments, that's when I would have been like going all out trying to fucking get her attention and try to get her to unblock me or keep calling her phone and
Yeah,
call her up. But at that point, it was like, no, I got to let her have this. I got to let her have this because this is how she's choosing to end things with me after 2 years of us living together, being I was your everything, you were my everything, and this is how you're choosing to end it, regardless of whatever.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever. Like, I still to this day, like, that motherfucker changed my life. Like, I wouldn't be doing yoga. I probably would be doing yoga, but she was the one who first brought me to my first yoga class, so I'll give her that credit. I would have made it there eventually.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll always love her for that. You know what I mean? For what we did share. But it's not like I'm going to always be in love with her. But I know, not even I feel, I know that I deserved more than that to be the sign off. And even still, like, I went,
You would say more of a conversation?
no, just like to not leaving that as the last words you're ever going to say to me.
Can she completely
There's
deleted
never
you
been,
out of her life?
and she said those words to me, blocked my all my socials, my phone, everything.
And you haven't talked to her?
And I haven't talked to her. I haven't
Not
seen
one
her
word?
in years.
Haven't seen
Not
her?
a single nothing.
Damn, that's hard.
Not a single nothing.
How long has it been?
For you?
No contact? You've never seen her in public? No run into each other at the store? Nothing?
Nothing at all.
Destiny.
Huh?
Destiny.
That's what I'm saying. And
I mean, for y'all not to even run into each other or nothing, it's crazy.
I don't frequent the space that she does though.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
purposely, it's like, oh, you can have that. I let her have her space. Like, you can have it. I don't need none of that shit. Like, I can find
Like the yoga shit?
she can have that shit. I don't even really be going for that reason too. Like, I as much as I love it, there's a lot of instructors that I do miss, but I found a new studio and I love my new studio and there's no need.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is there something you believe strongly in the past that you since changed your mind about? Good one. Good question.
There's a lot of things I'm trying to, what's the best one to say? I mean, to keep it into what we were just talking about, that she's a bad person.
But she didn't. Because she cut you off.
No, I used to think she was a bad person for a lot of reasons. Not just because of that, just because of
Or in general.
how she fucking cheated on me, how she fucking did me dirty, how she dragged me through the mud, how she talked
to you.
about how she talked, the work message that she put, all of that.
You
But
still stay with her even throughout all that shit.
she's not a bad person. She's a hurt person. She's been through a lot. And the stuff that she's been through, this is how she knows how to handle it and show up in the world. And I can accept that after I remove myself from her space. But when I'm in her space, when I was in her space and when I was in her space while still in love with her and still had that tether, that tie with her, it was a defense mechanism for me to try to call her a bad person because of the bad things that she did to me. I believe that someone can do bad things and not be a bad person. The things that she did to me, I don't think constitutes her to be a bad person. She still has room. And she's done a lot of good too. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that would make me say she's a good person. So that would be something that I changed.
All right. I got 3 more questions because I know you got to go. What's something you're currently struggling with, even if it's small, right now?
Other people's emotions. that I love. Other people who I love, emotions.
Explain a little more on that.
So like for example, me and my girl, the car is having some issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm legally blind. I don't drive. So she drives. So she's the one who's driving all of the time. There's something wrong with the brakes and it's making noise in the car. Like this past week, she's been really stressing about it. And I need to
To help her?
No, I know how to help her in the ways that I can help her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've got the appointment scheduled and I'm doing what I can. But in the meantime, the stuff that I can't fix, I need to be okay with her having emotion and me not being able to fix them.
You need to be okay with it.
I need to be okay with that, and I need to be okay with that to a degree where it's not going to affect my emotions.
Now, does she give that feedback?
In what way?
Does she give feedback to you in where you can be like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
say it again.
Do you get the feedback from her, or do you sense that you could be like that towards her, knowing that sometimes her emotions can't be fixed from you? Do you feel that from her?
Do I feel that
Giving
she's
you that
too?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Like, will it cause problems in your relationship if you don't?
No, because she knows that it's not my job to fix things. And she does
Emotionally?
Well, she does. She knows that.
Some women don't.
But when it comes time in the moment where it's like, when the thing is still wrong, and the thing is still fucked up, she is not as me. I would put my energy into getting myself out of that feeling. Even if I can't fix the problem, I would put my energy into getting myself out of that feeling. And
because it gets complicated, because she could complain about the car stuff, and then depending on what she's subliminally saying, is she saying that, yo, Jay, you need to help me more?
She's not.
Or is it more her just venting?
That's exactly what it is.
And you just comforting her.
Exactly. And me having trouble.
Because women do that too.
No, I know.
This keeps happening. Damn.
And that's what I'm saying. Because she feels comfortable venting to me, and that's why she does it. With my savior complex, that's where I have trouble hearing her express her issues to me and not being able to fix it. And having to sit in that and not be upset and not feel like a failure or get down on myself. And not even to let it get to that point of where it's like, oh, she's just venting. Let me not even make it about me at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not about me right now. I don't have to say anything at all. She just wants me to listen. That's today is what I'm struggling with today.
Last question. No, there's one more after this. What makes you happy?
My lady.
Your lady? Genuinely, just your girl?
I love her so fucking much.
I mean,
I miss her right now.
I realize it makes a lot of men are happy when they're with somebody than that. That's right.
Anyone, people.
Yeah, people. Last question. You got a sweet 16 for me?
I got a sweet 16, of course.
Let's hear some.
Which one do I want to give you?
Yeah, give me some. Give me some for the people.
I said, I toss flowers like bouquets. I'm off hours, but I'm still illuminating new wave. I'm sipping Honey Crisp with my boo thing. She got the apple bottom, but I swear the shit is sweeter than Kool-Aid. Purple had my eyes getting red when I blew haze, but Reed said the peppercorn to help from 2 blades. Still haven't tried it. I've been high for a few days. Started selling dimes, but things changed. 20 years later, got the fire for your lungs and your speakers. Got some gas, how you laughing like you puff anesthesia. On 420, we sold so much of the reefer, we broke Dutchy like we tried to smoke a blunt with Khalifa. It's so unorthodox. Show you something, it'd be smart to cop. The mother shops ain't got the options, it'd be hard to cop. Grocery store, parking lot, how many carts I got. No, I'm not a gardener, but I be up in all the pots. Baby.
That was tough. That was tough. Brutally Honest Podcast. JaysonLRX.
Yes.
They said it gets better with time, but whoever said that was lying. Again and again I done cried. Feel like I never be fine. Yeah, I miss you, dog. Miss you.